Hello folks. Oh god, sorry, everything's really quiet at the moment. Why no U-boats? Oh god, I didn't want to I didn't fancy playing it tonight. I've had a sort of quite a long day today. I wanted to sort of try it tomorrow when I'm feeling a bit fresher. Yeah, sorry, I know a few people were expecting me to play U-boat as soon as it came out. I don't know, I kind of want to learn the ropes. I can do that live, I suppose, but yeah, I was a little bit I was a little bit sleepy, like, so I just wanted a sort of a chill game rather than trying to micromanage 100 things at once. I now get to micromanage 200 things at once in the form of our what is going to be some old British Rail stock, a Class 35, some knobhead with a sports exhaust, and yeah, I can't think. I'm too tired. Yeah, so bloody hell. Train Sim World, yeah, there's going to be a load of fucking terrible games here. Hope you're all looking forward to this. Fucking hell, it's been a long time since we played Train Sim. Sorry, Mordhau World, Train Sim Mordhau. Yeah, so we're going to jump in. Fart Cam driving by, that's right, Chucky. So yeah, I'm quite tired. It's the reason we're not doing yeah, the U-boat stuff tonight. Tomorrow we'll be doing the U-boat stuff tomorrow. Oh, clone! Cue the tank engine. That's the one. Literally, cue the tank engine. Let's fall out of trains, blasting some Thomas. Beautiful. What's the plus 100 bits? What's that about? What's going on there? Not sure. No idea. Anyway, I don't know. Confused I am. Right, gonna lurk in this stream from my bed before sleep will be perfect. No worries, I'll try and, yeah, fucking fall out of trains quietly. Okay, probably a Twitch thing, probably. The 100 Happy Crusade. No idea. Oh, goodness, good day. Or good night. Oh, fucking hell. At this rate, I'm putting it off. Borderlands 3 will be out before you play 2, probably. Definitely. I got a free Steam key for Layers of Fear, and as I'm really not good with horror games, I wanted to ask if you would like to have it for an eventual stream. Layers of Fear. Sure, why not? Cool. Right, so let's jump into the game. I haven't even loaded up this part of the doohickey doo dar thingy madoohoo madabadoo. I haven't even loaded it up yet. It could. It might. Who knows? It might not even work. I'm hoping it does? Question mark. I've had to make a new character, Doug. I wanted to test that stuff was working. Still haven't fixed Doug's hair. Yeah, it's all a little bit interesting. So what are we doing? I got the Long Island Road shit. I've got loads of crap. I've got CSX Heavy Haul. I've got New York, Great Western Railway. I've got the Ruhr-Sieg Nord, Long Island, and the Northern Trans-Pennine, which we're going to be playing today. Towering moors, challenging grades, and tight curves as you are yours to conquer. Fucking hell. Yeah. In Train Sim World. Fucking bringing a bygone era of British Rail roaring back to life. Operate your trains over an aging rail network with out-of-date infrastructure and no modern safety systems to assist you. Ah, isn't that the best? Yeah, where's Terence? I know. Where is Terence? Evening Q, so rare that I actually get to catch a stream these days. And evening to all, of course. Yes, welcome, welcome. Okay, so the Trans-Pennine Railway. This one goes between Manchester, I believe. As ever, Train Sim World is going to yeet us straight into a tutorial where we learn to drive certain trains. I'm going to fail terribly at it, probably. I know one of the DMUs is a little bit complicated. It's got like a gear ratio shift thing, which is like, I've seen a few people try and drive it, and it's just sort of chewed them up and spat them back out. Manchester, York up to Newcastle and Glasgow, I believe, yeah. I'm not in service anymore, am I right in saying? The name it there says, yeah, U-boat stream when? Tomorrow. Maybe early morning, maybe early afternoon, I'm not sure. But keep an eye out for tomorrow, it will happen. Atagoth7, thank you very much, my friend. Yeah. Diesel locomotives, here we are. Let me just tab out quickly here and go over there. Lovely.
Welcome to these Class 45 and Class 47 locomotives in BR Corporate Blue livery.
Jesus.
A brief introduction will go through start-up, stopping and passenger door operations.
We've got a genuine A good man from Manchester. That's not Manchester. I don't know. I don't know why I went Liverpool. Which one do we want to get in? That's the. I think that's the class 45 and that's the class 47. What do we want to get in? Early midnight stream confirmed. How's your week going, Q? Says Phoenix. I hope all is good. I had to put down one of my cats this week. Oh, he's only 2 years old, called Pumpkin. Little ginger and white one. I'm really sorry to hear that, Phoenix. Hope it gets better for you, my dude. Let's see. Okay, I've already... Jesus Christ. 47. Should we take the 47? Let's take the 47 out. Dutch wants to do the 45. Screw you, Dutch cook. A lot of
time will be spent in the locomotive cab, so climb aboard to get started.
Climb aboard to get started. Right. Open the door. Climb up the steps. Teleport, of course. Close the door. And get in the driver's seat.
To get the locomotive started, set the battery isolation switch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, of course, yes, the battery isolation switch. Closed. We've closed
the master key is used to activate the control desk.
The master key. Yep, so far so good. The reverser set to engine only now? Oh, because
the locomotive is now ready to be started.
Pressed. Hold it down. Engine's turned over. Excellent.
Use the straight air brake to hold the locomotive during the startup procedure.
Okay, let's set it to 100. So the straight air brake is just
Release
for the locomotive.
And allow the system to charge.
So that's the air brake, and this I believe is one of the more traditional brakes. Running. I'm pretty sure running means release, perhaps. Wait for the brake systems to charge. Which one's the brake? There we go, the main reservoir, that's the air brake. Lovely, so far so good. You can tell the narrator was British, you can hear the depression in his voice, yeah. Oh no, it's Brad. Brad, behave yourself. Not again, Brad. Brad, the virus, thank you very much for 6 months. Holy shit, Brad, thank you for the fucking subs. Out of nowhere. And thank you to Cryocore as well there. I did miss your sub there, sorry, my bad. My only benefit of living in the north is having a laughable railway system. Ah, well, not today. Let's set the reverser to the forward position.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff.
Marker lights are used to inform others around that this locomotive is
almost
ready.
Lights.
Release the remaining brakes. Parking brake and straight air brake.
Oh, yeah.
Release the parking brake and the straight air brake. So we've got a handbrake, which is that one. Let's release it and set the straight air brake to 0. Lovely.
Increase the throttle to start moving.
Oh,
do not apply too much power too quickly. It's important to provide a smooth ride for passengers.
So I've forgotten how to play the game already. I'm like outside the cab.
Yeah.
I'm afraid. I'm upset. I don't know what's going on. Like, this is my in-cab view. Okay, like... Okay, okay, I got a little bit scared there. Right, so accelerate. There we go. Let's get up to 10 miles an hour. So the game says. So in the bottom right here, feeding some amps through the system. Oh yes, listen to it croak. Lovely. Trying to get up to 10 miles an hour.
Coasting is used to be fuel efficient. Climbing up.
Yep, we're just going to coast. Use the throttle and brake to manage your speed. What's the brake again? Is it this one? I forget which one the brake is. Is it that one? Yeah, it's this one. Am I using the straight brake, game? That's not the button I was thinking. That one? Initial application. There we go. So we've got a yellow coming up. For an initial application, I've done too much brake. All right, I'm getting back into it, chat. Don't worry. Natural train driver here. There we go. So we want to hold it about 10 miles an hour. We'll coast, and then I want to use the straight brake, don't I? Which one's the fucking straight brake? I can't even remember which one the straight brake is. So that's that one. What? Which one? I can't seem to use the straight brake at all. Set to initial. It comes back to the center there. Oh, I'm well confused. I can't seem to use the straight brake while I'm running. Okay. Use the brake and throttle to manage your speed. Okay, more amps. More steam. Did I release the brake? I think I did. Oh Jesus, got a bit of grunt to it. I am all over the place. What am I doing? Where am I going? What year is it? This is going to be the slowest train disaster ever. Still no notification on Twitch Mobile. Oh, dear, I'm sorry, man. Right. I can't seem to use the straight brake. Can't seem to release the brake either. I'm having a bit of trouble getting this baby to sing. Let's ramp up the amps. Let's really thrape it. Okay, didn't quite give the thrash that I was looking for. I open the window for more noise. That is an NO. That is a negatory. A negatory, obviously being a politician that, I don't know, I was going to make a joke somewhere. I'm pretty sure I released it, didn't I? No, apparently not. God, I'm very confused. Now we're coasting on a slight downhill gradient, but I can't feather this other brake. I'm pretty sure it's not working. What other brake could I feather, if anything? Stop speeding. You're speeding. You're speeding.
Now let's try stopping at a station and boarding passengers. The key aspect is to make a gentle, controlled approach.
Yes, I'm trying to slow the train down, but it won't slow down. I think the game's unhooked my controls.
It may take a few attempts to get it right.
That's perfect. That's it. I don't want to service initial application. Give it a little bit of juice. Give it a few beans. Let's give it a bit of dinner. Give it a bit of dinner, like. I know you like your beans.
Yeah.
Here we go. Fucking Jesus. Go on, give it a bit more juice. Release the thingy. There's air pressure or brake pressure or something. Let's like creep it. It's the slowest train ever to pull into a platform in the history of mankind. Initial brake. Service. Within 3 yards is pretty good. I'll take it.
Glance at the platform to ensure all is safe, then unlock the doors.
I've checked. Unlock the right side doors. There we go. Sorted. The colours seem very off. I'm not sure what's going on. It seems bleached. Everything's like sun bleached. Just the lighting being a bit weird, I think. Lovely. Right, I guess I'm still loading criminals, I was going to say. I don't know why. Right. Think we're good? Possibly? Maybe? Close the right side doors to finish.
The doors to
lock. So the guard's going to lock. Hello, mate.
Good work. That is the basics covered. A manual can also be obtained that provides more detail about the full functionality of this locomotive and more.
Rev. Okay, done. Done. Woo! Done it. Sweet. Now what do we do? Main menu? Yeah, main menu. Let's jump straight in, ladies and germs. Let's let's go. Let's do it. Right, services. let's rock and roll. What do we want to take out? Do we want to take out a class 101? Do we want to take out a class 47 or a class 45? What do we want to do? Chat. Where are we going? What should we do? What time of day? What year? Let's see. I have no idea what we're doing. Can you rev the train, Waffle? I shall try and wev the twain. What do we do? The 45? Should we take the 45 out? Let's take the 45 out for a spin. Got a bit more grunt. Yeah, I'm feeling the 45. Let's do it. Weight, horsepower, max tractive effort. Lovely. What time of year do we want? Do we want like summer rain, summer cloudy, summer fog? I'd say we are, what? It's like spring rain today, I would have said. Should we roll with this? Spring rain? If I can cause chat, it will be the worst weather, of course. The fastest one. I don't know about the fastest one. Maximum wind. Oh yes, the colour of depression. Summer snow. Can you play New York Metro mode, which delays you for up to 2 hours because some train broke down in Harlem, blocking everything? Perhaps. Rain, it's the north. I think rain. Rain will do. Let's do a spring rain. And get Catler to get all the wind all the way up. Not that it really makes much of a difference, but we'll do some spring rain. And where do we want to go from? What time do we want to go from? Sorry, so we've got like, what? Do we want like early morning? Do we want like late night? We want like the middle of the day. Leeds, Manchester, Victoria. To Leeds. Leeds to Manchester, Victoria. There's a couple of express trains. At 2 o'clock. Obviously prime rush hour. Should we do some express train work? Heckin' late, boyo. Do midnight. I don't think it goes to midnight. I can do an express train at 22:48. Should we do that? Night time? An express train at 22:48 in the evening in the spring, from to Leeds. Lovely. Fun fact: anthrax has just been found in our subway tunnels in New York. Right. Okay. Instantly. I think I'm loading right. Unlock right. Unlock right. Okay, I need to figure out how to drive this train. That's the straight brake. We want to set the reverser to... I can't set the reverser. Why can't I set the reverser? Throttle? I can't set the reverser. Is the key on? Does it have a master key? Bear with me, game. Instrumental light switch. We'll turn that on. That's the AMS acknowledgement. Windscreen wipers. Windscreen wipers. Cab light on. On? No, lighting. Engine room lighting. I feel like I've pressed the button. That's broken things. Horn. Look, it's got a bit of a. Need to drink of water. This one. Is there what a brake in lap? That's emergency. Let's just go on initial application. In fact, or wipers. We'll need that. Run the wipers. That's not like much. Should we put it in park? Will that light go every so often? We need headlights. How do we get headlights? That's the emergency stop. That's the dead man pedal. Headlights. Headlights. Cab heaters. Engine room light. Cab nose. The cab's got a nose. Red tail lights. No. Route indicator. Headlight switch on. Done. Does it have headlights? Cab heater. Rear heater. Left heater. I don't know whether we have lights per se. Why do you need to retrain? Sorry? Why do you need to retrain for this mission, Q? I thought you were a veteran at trains. Yes, quite clearly. Should we lock the doors? Lock the right-hand doors? Why can't I, like, throttle forward? Stop at location. There's the master key. There we go. Forward. Release this. And then let's give it a bit of juice. I can't see anything. It is pitch dark. We're going to I think we're going. What should we turn off the signals? What should I do? Bloody hell! Next signal HUD is off. Signal aspect is off. Scenario maker yes. Speed limiter is yes. Next signal marker off. Speed limiter marker on. Stop marker on. Objective marker on. Disable junction derail off. Apply. Thank you very much there to Saru there for nose lights. Do you reckon nose lights? That's that one. Nose light on. Didn't really make much of a difference, I'll be honest. Let's give it 20% throttle light. We're on the flat. Cab light. Lighting. Cab heaters. Everything on. Spare switch on. No. Those are tail lights. What about that behind me? No, that's the brake switch selection. Maybe it just doesn't have headlights. It's got the marker lights on. Demiser. Demister. Sorry, demiser. The demise switch. It's all going well. Cool, so far so good. We're probably a little bit behind schedule. I wouldn't worry too much though. I forget what the key for the. Well, that's the straight. That's the straight brake. That's the wiper. The rain's stopped for the moment. We're at like what, 12 miles an hour? Headlights. Anyone for headlights? That's the AWS. Headlights. Headlights. Do you have headlights? That's a fire extinguisher. We'll need that. Handbrake. You'll need that. Brakes are squeaking at me. What is that ringing sound? I feel like there should be headlights. Right, okay, let's get the wiper to run. Okay, that's not obnoxious as hell, is it? What is this train? This is a Class 45. Pulling out of like the Midnight Expanse, I think. It's gotta be a... Hang on, let me... Someone get him a drink of water. Cab doors... Okay, no, don't do that. It's a bad idea, as ideas go. Right, oh, we got a speed increase. Oh, there we go. Go up to 85% power. Let's give it some juice. Jesus, it's loud. Ah! I can't see a damn thing. Where? There's got to be lights. %90 throttle. Oh, what good is that? Right. Jesus. Now we're getting a bit of grunt on. Let's slow down a little bit. Let's coast like. We'll put the throttle on. Where's the thing? Initial application. There we go. Let's make sure the air brake is like fully released. We're on an uphill gradient. Let's give it some juice. Let's give it like what? Give me something. Give me some amps. Give me some amps, train. They're in a 1 in 47, apparently. We're about the right speed. I just need the train to give us some juice. That's it, bit of thrash as we come through here. 400 yards to the 20-mile-an-hour limit. I have no idea how to control this train. Like, there's such a delay on stuff. Surely cab lights off. Okay, I was trying. Doesn't. Where's the? Okay, fucking. We're not doing that. Oh, there's a thingy. Look, he doesn't have his lights on either. I guess we're just not doing lights. Yeah, we don't want to speed through here. Initial application. Doing a little bit of speeding. It's fine. We're just taking the corner a little bit faster than you'd like. Let's just wake people up on the platform here. There we go, sorry. Right, 50-mile-an-hour section coming up. Let's give it a little bit of juice. I'm kind of learning that this train really is like uncontrollable. Let's give it 50% throttle. We'll try and build some amps quite quickly. Oh, there go the amp meter. Come on, find the beans, find the beans. There we go. Let's coast for a little bit. What the fuck is this? Is this, what am I? Where am I? I'm guessing I'm on the left-hand line. I've got double green. Fuck only knows what this is. Let's give it a bit more juice. Let's find the amps. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. There we go. We're coming up to 50 mile an hour shortly. We can start building up some amps here. Holy shit. I have no... It's pitch dark. I don't know what's going on. I'm cold. I'm afraid. Trying to feather that throttle there. There we go. Let's give it some thrash. Let's get it up to 80%. Jesus Christ, and it's away. Don't have any warnings on wheel slip or anything. We're on double yellows, moving into the night. I mean, it's literally, we might as well have the cab light. Where's the cab light? Someone told me that the cab light, there's the cab light. Jesus, gets up some speed, this fucker. Read chat queue. What am I doing? What am I reading, Screwed? Try pressing or holding down H. No, it's just Control H. That's the tail light. No, I don't think it... I genuinely don't think I've got a headlight. I think this is it. I think chat has elected to sit in the dark. That's actually terrifying. 60 miles an hour here as I start speeding. Lovely. Try Shift H. I am. It doesn't do anything. Right, so I'm not even looking where I'm going. I'm just trying to keep the speed somewhere usable. Right. Okay. I'm panicked. I'm afraid. We're up to 60 miles an hour now. There's just no headlights on this train. This would be terrifying. Unlike really dark nights, you just wouldn't see anything. You'd just see the signals and just hope that you're on the right bit of track. Literally need to know this place with your eyes shut. Jesus, jump out and do a quick check. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. She's a loud puppy, Jesus Christ. I wonder if there's any drama back in like first class. I wonder how loud it is back there. 1.2 miles to the 50 mile an hour mark. She's kind of averaged out on the amps around 1900, give or take. She's not really getting any more beans out of her. Let's give it a couple more beans. Just squeeze another couple of amps out of there, another 50 amps. Going under a bridge. Are these wipers manual only? I could probably do them manually. They don't really seem to have any other setting than fucking ham or not. But you can hardly hear me. Yeah, okay. I think that's probably fair for me to turn the volume down a little bit. Over the fucking game, yeah. Maybe it's just that loud. Maybe it's authentic. Let's turn down the game to 75. Let's give that a try. I'm pretty sure that made no difference. Let's go settings, audio. Let's try 55. Is this doing anything? I don't think this is doing anything. Maybe that's a little bit better. Right, we need to throttle down and apply just a little bit of service. There we go, just an initial reduction. 50 mile an hour. Slowing down here. Let's get back on the amps. Try and feed some amps through the system. There we go, let's get the throttle up. Try and counteract the fact that we put quite a bit of brake on there. There we go, amps are climbing again. Try and keep the needle down there on the bottom right in the green. Don't want to get more than 2,500 amps bleeding through the system. It's not really healthy for it. Up at 80% throttle here. It is bloody dark. We're running an express train, it seems, all the way to Huddersfield. Little bit of juice. Let's slow it down to 70% there. Lovely. Let's do a little bit of coasting here. Just while we're waiting. We'll just kill the power for a little bit and just do some coasting. Looks to be we're losing quite a bit of speed while we coast. Let's get up to 50% on the throttle. 51 will do. What happened to XCOM, Liquidine? What do you mean? XCOM 2? I just didn't fancy playing it. I don't know. You'll find a lot of stuff like that. The express train into the void. That's right. Can anybody see what's going on? We've got a 1 in 677 hill. It's not too bad. Let's take a little bit of the power off. 35%. Just need to give the train something to work with as we go up this gradient. Not too much, not too little. We'll go down to 30% throttle, give or take. Yeah, the windscreen wipers just aren't working. We'll go whole hog. Literally pitch black, yep. Well, at least you can see the lovely interior. Let's cut it down even more. We'll drop to like 10% throttle. Pretty damn good. I'm liking it a lot, even though it is pitch dark. Oh, we're coming straight through this station. Jesus, 60 miles an hour. Good grief. Right, that was that brief stint was all the light we are ever going to get. Let's give it some juice. Let's take us up to 30% on the old throttle. Give me 30. There we go. Sorted. Right, we need a bit more. We're going on a 1 in 200. Let's get up to 45. As we come over the 70 mile an hour mark, I'm going to give it some gas. There we go. Right, let's slam the lever up the far side, get some thrash going. There we go. Beautiful. Can't see a pissing thing. Ease off the throttle a little bit. Let's get the initial application on. Well, we'll go 20% service, 22% service. Let's slow down even more. 30% service, 50% service. Let's not come to a dead stop. Let's run the initial application, get some amps bleeding through, just so we don't come to a complete stop. Got to try and mix the brake and the amps. Down to 15 miles an hour. I don't want to say textbook. That was pretty damn good. There we go. Cut the amps. Get the throttle back on. Just get a few amps bleeding through. Not too bad. We're on the flat. No idea why we're going so slow for this bit. There must be a major station or something. Not that I'd know. Look, I don't know what this is. There's some ghosts on the track. I don't know. Mario mushrooms or something. What would be cyan blue at this time of night? I can only imagine. Just get a couple of amps tiptoeing through here. Nothing too major. We'll just feather the throttle a little bit. What the fuck is this? The station is haunted. Looks like there's unlocks or something. I fucking don't know. I don't care. But yeah, creeping through some station. Or some depot or of some sorts. Not a soul in sight, might I add. It's the last train of the night here. We're going to be going back up to 60 mile an hour in 400 yards. Let's give it a little tinkle of power, just so we can get it back up to the 15 mile an hour mark. There we go, about 1,000 amps creeping through the system there. We're in a 1 in 700 hill, 1 in 800 near as damn it. There we go, let's release the throttle again. Going over a bridge, it would seem. Not that you would know. There is a lamppost for the people that can't see anything. The train's nice though. I can like let's fly the camera around. Can I like? There you go. First class. Look at this. First class. Quite a few people in first class actually. Quite a few people taking the last train. Pretty damn good. This is spooky as hell for them. Right, let's give it a little bit of juice. We're approaching our speed up point. Nothing major. Let's give it 20% throttle. Give it to me. There we go. Sorted. Right. I see a red signal up ahead. Is this me? Hello? Is that on my... That looks like a siding light. I'm not on a siding. Hold up. Hold up. Is this... Do I stop? What is this fucking hieroglyph here? It's a red light. I feel like I should stop. He says as he accelerates. I don't think this is a proper signal. Don't end my scenario. I'll be very upset. Well, if it does, I'll go for a. I think we're all right. There we go. Give it the beans. No wheel slip as far as I can tell. Engine's gurgling into life. We're really in a dangerous level of amps here. Shouldn't have really gone straight to 3000. Let's increase the throttle gradually. That's the warning saying that I'm going into like too many amps. There we go. Feed more amps through the system. It was telling me off for using too many amps. That's what that peeping was. Should be alright. 90%. Oh gee, there was a train on the other line then. I couldn't even see it. Literally couldn't even see it. Well, apparently it's like 60 mile an hour for the next part of the line here. A little bit of light creeping through. Parthenax, thank you very much, mate. I've got to turn this down. It's so loud. Can I turn it down any more? 40. Am I the only one that's thinking... No, that's a tiny bit better, isn't it? That's a little bit more bearable. There we go. Maxed out the throttle. There's a little bit of light creeping through. I'm not sure. Might have a small break in the cloud. Right. There we go. Some sort of cooling tower up there. Right then. Let's see. Try talking into your mic. I am talking into my... I promise you I'm talking into my mic. Right. Brakes still on initial reduction, just trying to bleed out the last little bit of air from the air brake. Getting up a decent bit of speed here on our way to Huddersfield, supposedly. No headlights on this service, we're just running on greens. Little bits of scenery creeping in every now and again. But that is as much as we can see. Right. Well, so far so good like. Let's give it a little bit more juice. Oh yes. Are we going into a tunnel? We are going into a tunnel. I can't see dick all. We're on quite a steep hill. Oh, it's just a small tunnel. We're back out. Let's get it 60% on the power. We'll hold 1600 amps if we can. Right. Well, we're coasting at quite the speed here, even though we're like silent but deadly moving through the night. Yeah, we're going at an okay crank here. Right then, 70% on the throttle. Not too bad at all, not too bad. Arriving in Huddersfield at 23 minutes past 11. We have got another, what? However long until we're due to get there? A while, I feel. Engine's trying to climb up 2,200 amps. We'll hold at 60 mile an hour, ease off to 50% on the throttle. Take a few of the amps out of the system. This is all uphill for us. On the other way, it's downhill. Be feathering the brake, not the throttle. Another green light for us. Why did they not give this train headlights? I suppose what good would it do you? We'd be able to see something for a start, I suppose. Quite a substantial drop in amps there. Give it a tiny bit more. On a 1 in 126 hill. That's up to 60% on the throttle. So far so good. Headlights more like yeah rights, yeah. Yeah, fucking hell. So, now that you could sort of maybe possibly perhaps hear me, how have people's days been? How have we been doing? Have we been doing good? Are we doing okay? Hopefully we're all in good spirits and stuff. I'm quite tired, if I'm honest. It's been a really long day. Short of staff on the desk again. There's Dan off on maternity leave with his missus. Just had a kid.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Oh!
A little anniversary gift.
Fucking hell, Pa.
Pueblo.
Queblove. Queblove. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you, Parthenax. Queblove. That is fucking hell, a little anniversary. It's not a little anniversary gift as it was so claimed. That is rather a substantial anniversary gift. So yes, that is incredibly kind. Thank you very much, my friend. Going awfully fast. We're fine. We're fine. Lovely. Yes, Catler here in chat is a budding musician. We need 88 miles an hour. We certainly do. I don't think I can get there, though. Not without a canoe paddle. Straight into the gravel. Right, 45 mile an hour coming up. We'll stay on the juice and we'll start easing it off once we hit about 1,000 yards. Okay, we'll ease off the juice a little bit now, just because we're running over speed. Right, we'll ease off now. We'll drop it down to 0 on the throttle, get ready to feather the brake. Once we hit 0.7 miles, we'll run it to initial reduction, and we'll begin our initial application. Here we go. There we go. Just a little bit. There we go. Just slower in the speed. I don't think that's our red signal. I don't think that's our red signal. I hope that's not our red signal. Please don't end the scenario. Thank you. Right. Another little bit of initial application. Just taking little bits off at a time. I'm just bleeding the air brake as we go. A little bit more. There we go, and just bleeding the air brake again. I'll be slowing down to the appropriate speed now. That's on the outer line, that red signal. The express line is cleared. Let's get some amps bleeding back through. Up to 40% there, up to 65 mile an hour, just slowing down for the junction it looks like. We can get some thrape back on very shortly. Not that we can see anything. We're in a tunnel at the moment, so I really can't see anything. Right, amps are bleeding back through. 1300 amps, let's get it up. Give it a little bit of juice. Release all the air from the air brake. Let's do it. Brakes are overcharged. We're on the flat at the moment, no gradient as we go through the tunnel. Let's give it some juice. 80% power. Let's rock and roll. Q rarely notices me. I notice you, Ash. Do you want to know the reason I don't notice you? I can't pronounce your name. I save myself the embarrassment. But we shall call you Ash for short. As to maintain some middle ground. This is a really long tunnel. Right. No, we're doing alright so far. Pelting along here. 56 miles an hour. Let's give it a bit more juice. 2,200 amps through the system. You completely missed his question. I'm sorry, I've got the font quite large on the chat for reasons that are maybe obvious to people. And it does mean that if I don't catch a question near enough instantly, it disappears off the top. So I apologise, Ash. I shall make an effort to read your question if you repost it for me. Exhilarating, fast-paced gameplay. Not that we can see it, Silver. A little bit too much power. Let's drop the amps. We're on the flat and level. Let's coast. 67 miles an hour. Let's fully coast. Let's cut power and let's roll on in. Beautiful. Still in the tunnel. Don't know why I've got the wipers on if I'm still in the tunnel. Oh, let's not run that. Let's see. That's off. That's park. Let's park the wiper. Lovely. Let's have a look. Screwed? What's that? What did Screwed say? An example of a man who tried to hide the fact that he's lying. Except I know he's not. That's the sad thing. I just know he's fucking... I am literally fucking blind. The question was if you and Jen are planning to do any couple streams like you did with the Monstrum stream. I don't see why not. I guess we are, yeah. I do have an eye on the speed limit, by the way. We'll run some initial reduction when we get a bit closer. Yeah, I mean, I guess we are. We're planning to do some Into the Gungeon, but it never quite gained traction. Train pun intended. Let's see. Initial application. Probably a little bit late. Let's get some service. Yep, speeding through here. I won't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Nobody has to know. Let's get some amps through the system. On the flat and level. We're all good. We're all good. We're all good. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. Did you, chat? Nobody saw it. Lovely. System's all bled. Getting a little bit of power back on now. Red signals as we pull into this platform here. Are we on a green? We're running green. 65 mile an hour coming up. Starting to accelerate again. We're on the downhill gradient. I think we've reached the summit of wherever we're at. Are we on time to pull into Huddersfield? Maybe is the answer. We're due to stop at 23:26. It is currently 23:18. So we're on track. Pun intended. Lovely. Nice. Let's rock and or roll.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Clone!
Headlights only for others to see.
Clone the bard.
Screaming through the darkness like a banshee. Running blind and afraid on rails of steel. Any who get in the way will be Thecro's next meal.
Thecro's next meal. Well, thank you very much, Clone the Bard, there for another beautiful poem from Poem Corner, from Dictionary Corner. Yeah, thank you very much, mate. Fuck it up. I love it. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, I desperately need headlights. Need to see what I'm doing. You guys need to see what's going on. Forget me. That's something on the track. No, it's just a bit of rain. Turn the wipers back on. There we go. I thought there was like a train coming the other way, but I couldn't tell. Right, we are just coasting slightly. Can I run a little bit of... I forget what the buttons are for the... What's it brake? Is it O and P? No? I can't even remember. The straight brake I know has some sort of functionality. I just can't remember how to use it. Somebody quickly Google the hotkey for the straight brake. 30% on the straight brake seems to be doing it. That seems to be holding us. Yeah, because yeah. It's more entertaining this way. I don't know about entertaining, but puckeringly terrified. Well, I can't see what I'm doing, where I'm going, when the next red signal's going to be. Yeah, true.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Jana gifted a tier 1 sub to Osil. They've been gifted 15 subs. Well, they've gifted 15 subs. Thank you very much, Jane. The square brackets. It is the square brackets. I think the tutorial had maybe locked it off. Okay, thank you very much. Screwed there. Lovely. Right then. So we're nearly at our destination. Very nearly. Running a little bit of straight brake. Just a couple of 100 amps running through the system, nothing major. .7 miles to Huddersfield. I don't reckon we're going to get there on time unless we really push the envelope of what we're allowed to achieve here. I think if I get us up to a cheeky 67 miles an hour, I think we might do okay. Try and make up the lost time. There we go, try and hold us in the middle there. 30% on the straight brake, not too bad. Not too bad. 23% on the straight brake. Seems to be doing the job nicely. Trying to hold the train in check here.
Yeah.
Point damage, gifted a tier 1 sub to Kipston. They've gifted... Oh my god, it's Point. You've gifted way too many subs, man. Way too many subs. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, enjoy your emotes, Kip. Right then.
Oh, yeah.
And another one to the Light Reaper. Thank you very much, Pine. Enjoy your emotes, Light Reaper. Oh, we're speeding. Let's just get a little bit on the old straight brake. Just enough to take the edge off. %. Going to be approaching Huddersfield soon, which chances are we'll be on a red light. This slight increase in speed has kind of helped me out here. Right then, it's time to release the straight brake, and we're going to be running on initial reduction, I think. Initial application, there it is. Bit of pressure on the brake there. Get us down to 50 miles an hour. Kill the amps. Get some service on there, 20% service.
There was a young man called Q who loved trains that go choo-choo. He gave us a freight. There was no light, we couldn't enjoy the view.
Thank you very much to Brad there, fucking his own poem in. I appreciate it. I'm trying. I need to like try to stop this train. It's really like fuck. It's really hands-on. This bastard. Pulling into Huddersfield, 15 mile an hour speed limit. We're actually ahead of schedule. We're on single line track at the moment. We're on quite a steep hill here. Gonna go 36% on the straight brake. We've got quite a lot of slowing down to do, so I'm going to do it now. Initial reduction. Let's slow right the way down if we can. Let's go 30% on the service. There we go, slowing down nicely. We're on a yellow. Oh Jesus, okay, right, we need to get some amps in there so we don't come to a complete stop. Find the amps. Find the amps. Yeah, we're alright, we're alright. We'll just coast for a moment. Just a little bit more initial reduction, I think. Just a little bit more. Initial application. Yeah, we're doing a little bit of speeding, it's fine. It's fine, just a little bit of cheeky speeding. Nothing we can't handle. That's the wrong way. That is the wrong way. Amps, 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 amps. Give me amps. There we go. Right, okay. It was a little bit hectic coming in there, but it's okay. We're okay. Let's go on the straight brake for a minute. Right, we can actually see something. This is the first time we've seen civilization in like the last hour. Let's give it a bit of. Let's be gentle. Let's be gentle with her. Fuck me, she's a like crazy bitch. This one. We'll keep going to the end. Right, the initial reduction takes a moment to kick in, so I should like start stopping now. A little bit too soon, but job's a good one. Right, we'll unlock the right-hand doors. Anybody getting on and off? I think everybody's getting off fucking Uncle Joe's Wild Ride. Am I late? Am I late? How late am I? 30 seconds late. Give or take. No, I'd say that's on time. So I don't think this is our final call. I think we're still running the way. Aren't we running to Bristol? No, Bristol. No, we're running to. Are we running to Manchester? I can't remember. Right, lock the doors. Lock the right-hand doors. Right, we're heading to Leeds now. 14 miles. Let's release the brake here. Let's get a few amps through the system. Release the straight brake. Let's get a bit of juice. Let's get us 50% on the... let's get 65% on the... ooh, that's a lot of amps. Sorry, yeah, remember, you've got to overcome the initial friction of the train. Uses a lot of amps. I really thraped the engine there. Okay, well, welcome back to the special episode of the Mysterons from Captain Scarlet, where they lived on the front of a train for a little while. Okay, let's coast for a little bit. We are on a downhill gradient, which means the train will make up the rest of the effort with the speed here. We're going to keep the amps going, but we're just going to give it a little bit of straight brake as we come through here. Just enough to kind of keep our speed under control as we pull out of the platform. We're going over quite a slow set of points here. Looks like they've given us green lights ahead of the platform. Let's rock and roll, shall we? Let's give it some juice. Again, nothing too major. Let's not use the straight brake. We want to release the initial application. I'm hitting every button on the keyboard to try and pull out of Huddersfield here. Everything's released. We've got a good amount of amps bleeding through the system. We should be going up to 70 miles an hour very shortly. Here we go. 80% on the amps. Let's keep going. Let's give it full whack. We're tiptoeing on the edge of what the train isn't going to tell us off for. Wonderful. Cracking stuff. I'm sure this would be very picturesque if I could see it. This is where I'd put my cinematic if I had one. Lovely. Okay. Right. Let's see what's going on. So we're at full crank here, downhill gradients. Getting up to speed, 2.2 miles, 50 mile an hour speed restriction. We'll try and make up the 30 seconds that we lost by tiptoeing right up to the edge of what we're allowed to achieve with our train here. Hopefully I don't run over the limit of how many amps I can use based on the gradient changes. Maximum speed is 90 mile an hour under power. Under power or coasting. 90 mile an hour is the limit. Gets up to speed quite quickly, this beast does. Right then, let's coast now. We'll leave it on the amps, but we'll run some emergency... well, not emergency... well, we won't run some emergency brake just yet. We'll leave that a little bit. That comes later. 71 mile an hour as we pull through this station here. Going to absolutely come whistling through. That was very anticlimactic. Not much sound effect as we come racing through there. I'm sure you would have felt it if you're on the platform. Right then, 1 mile to a 50 mile an hour speed restriction and closing. Right. So far so good, like. That was banked track there. We're on banked track. I'm impressed. Right, here we are, 50 mile an hour speed limit approaching. Let's kill the straight brake. Let's start our initial reduction of the whole train. Taking us down to 50 miles an hour. 50 miles an hour. As the pressure increases in the brakes, they get more of a grip and start to slow the train down. The left-hand horizontal thing, no idea what it means. Slowing down, not quite fast enough. Let's go 20% service. 30% service. Little bit of speeding, but who's counting? Who's counting, really? There we go. Releasing all the air pressure from the brake. Just coasting now on the downhill gradient, 50 miles an hour. 80 mile an hour speed limit coming up in 1 mile, or well, 1,000 yards, 1 kilometre. 11 miles to Leeds. Stop at location. 23:51 I'm due in. This is the express line, so there's not much start-stopping. We're going straight through. Little tunnel there. Still on green lights. Just doing a little bit of speeding again. We're on an uphill gradient. That's going to counter that. Let's give it a little bit of juice. Let's find some amps for the engine to use. Let's go to 30% throttle. See if we got any amps under the bonnet. There we go. 700 amps. 800 amps. 900 amps. 1000 amps. Takes a little while for this thing to chew its food, but once it gets there it'll be pretty good. Okay, we've got a red light coming up. We're merging with another main line, it looks like. We're now on 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of track. Rather substantial 11 miles outside of Leeds here. Gonna get the speed up. Looks like we're on some major high speed line here. Let's rock and roll. Let's really thrate the engine here. We're now on 80 mile an hour top speeds. Let's do it. Let's get up there. Make sure all the air's out of the air brake. Lovely. Thank you very much there to Kojmir. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. And Thomas DeWitt. Thank you very much both. Right then. Keeping to it. Keeping to it. It's very nice. We're really getting to all arse down here. Pulling through a station. Very high speed. I'm surprised they let you go through there at 90 mile an hour. Thank you very much there to Dark Lord Camule. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, here we go. Right, 45 mile an hour speed limit coming up. We are going to get off now. And we are going to kill the amps. We are going to load up our initial reduction. If we can. There we go, initial application. Going to start our decrease in speed to 45 miles an hour. It's going to take a little while, so I'm slowing down a mile outside as not to overdo it. That 900 yards is going to close very quickly. We've got a yellow on the right hand side. We're still clear on green. Going to take the pressure off the brake. We are now at the appropriate running speed, a little bit earlier than I would have liked. Because we weren't on a downhill gradient, we slowed down very early. We're just going to hold at this speed as we come over. Is that a red light on our line? No, that's a green for us, red on the right. 46 miles an hour as we come into approach here. Let's give it a little bit of straight brake as we come down this very shallow gradient. In fact, we're on the flat. Don't need to worry about the gradient too much. On the flat and level, let's run some amps through the system, maintain a constant speed. 55 mile an hour as we pull through this part of the station here. Went over those points at the braking point, I reckon. Might have probably done a little bit of damage as we came over them, but it's not for us, that's Network Rail's problem. Well, they're not actually around really at the moment, it's still all under British Rail, but don't worry about it. Fine. Right, okay, let's release everything. Let's take an initial application out. Let's give it a few beans. Let's try and find it some amps. 700, 800 amps. Chew your food. Let's get you up to 70% on the old throttle. There you go. Let's find the amps. 80% throttle, let's do it. We'll hold at 50 mile an hour, I think. Cube hydrate. Don't worry, I'm coming. He's going to die of thirst. Don't worry, I'll get there. Sorry, I'm trying. There's loads of like speed changes, and I'm trying to keep the train under control. Like it's quite interesting. Like this is one of the harder trains to control. Believe it or not. Like it's very hands-on. Do I have a drink? Do I have a drink? Do I have a drink? I have a drink. I shall hydrate. Oh God. Right. I read chat. I do read chat, Screwed. I do. Yes, I only have minutes to live. That's right. Oh god, okay, right. We need to begin slowing down as the game's trying to tell us that we're now running on yellow. Let's cut the power. Game's telling us we've got greens coming up. Maybe it was yellow on a siding. Maybe we're still running green. We've still got a green light. We'll just coast for the moment. We'll see if we get a reinforced yellow or red signal. Going over some overpass at the moment. Randomly up to 60 mile an hour as we go across that viaduct there. Lovely. Well, let's find some horses. Let's get some amps. No, it looks like we're still running on greens. Maybe we're ahead of schedule. Maybe we've hit like a commuter train ahead of us. Though I doubt it at this time of night. Ooh. Lovely. Okay. Right there. Lovely. Okay. So far so good. We're not doing too bad. We are 7 miles outside of Leeds, give or take. Let's give it a bit more juice. Let's find it some amps. Got another platform I think we're pulling through here. They've really freed up the express line. I like it. Very nice, very nice. Lovely. Are we making good time for 23:51 to Leeds? I'd say we are. 6 miles to go, and what? 20 minutes to do it? Give or take? Not 20 minutes, like 13 minutes. On an uphill gradient, so we can still keep the amps on for a little bit. 2.5 miles to a 50 mile an hour speed restriction, not too bad. Probably be a platform that we're pulling through. 13 minutes for 6 miles, I can do that. Quite a steep incline here, 1 in 138. Just cutting the throttle a little bit. Cut the throttle a little bit more. Let's coast. Let's give it a little bit more juice. Try and find the middle ground there, just above the speedometer. Lovely. Round and about there. Speed mark 3. Holding steady. Jesus, we're in a tunnel at the moment. Pitch dark. I can see there's a rail to our right. So it's a double tunnel. 2-track tunnel. But apart from that, I can barely even see the windscreen wipers, to be honest. Cool. It's certainly an interesting nighttime run for sure. Okay, I need to come off the power. 30% on the throttle. Let's cut it completely. We're on a downhill gradient. Let's give it a little bit of straight brake, just to try and bring her under control here. There we are. Let's get 10% on the straight brake. We've got a 50 mile an hour speed restriction coming up. Let's get the initial application on. Take it a moment just to get enough brake pressure to start slowing us down. 50 mile an hour is the target. We're on a relatively easy going downhill slope. We should lose enough speed. 54, 53, 52, 51. Release the brake. Lovely. Overcharging. I don't want to say textbook. That's pretty good. Right. Get a little bit of straight brake just to hold the locomotive back as we go down this incline here. Quite steep. 24%. Lovely. Nice. Take a little bit off. So, 3 miles outside of Leeds. Approaching nicely. Excellent. Yeah, that wasn't bad, was it, Lithium? That was alright. I'm liking this. It's I apologise for that. Well, I suppose it's no different from usual, but like it's really hands-on, this. Yeah, this it's cool. I'm enjoying this. Right, 60 miles an hour on approach. Let's ease off on the straight brake here. Let the train use a bit of gravity. Just coasting for the moment. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. Get a speed increase. We're on a slightly banking track at the moment. A little bit of light bouncing off the railway line here. Some of you might be able to see at least some outlines. I must be honest, I can't see very much. Okay, let's fire up some amps. Let's get some bleeding through the system. 25 mile an hour speed limit just outside Leeds there. Lovely. Get a bit of juice. Let's get it up to speed here for this 2.5 mile run. Very nice. Let's really get some power on the floor here. Get it up to speed. Lovely. Right, we're going to run it down. We're going to leave the amps running through the system. We're going to wait for it to get up to speed and then run it off the straight brake for a little bit. We're on a green light still. Very nice. Lovely. Cool. Can't see ship captain. Nope, there's no headlights flink. Not on this one. We're on a class 45. Oh, there we go. Speed has increased. Not too bad, not too bad. About a mile outside of our marker to slow down. Not too bad. Speed restriction, 25 mile an hour coming up. I'll be about a mile outside Leeds. Okay, we've got quite a lot of slowing down to do, so once we reach the 1 mile mark, we'll start our initial reduction. Initial application. Got a red light just down there on the siding. Right, we're going to have to probably go quite a little bit stronger with the brake here. We're going to go on the service brake, 20%. Really try and get this train to lose some speed. We're going to go back onto initial application now. Release a little bit of the air brake. There we go. Not too bad. Thank you very much for the bits there. Can you try the spotlight? I think the keybind is L. Nope, just turns off the cab light. Control L, Shift L. Doesn't do anything, I'm afraid. Sorry, man. Well, we'll do a daytime run next. We'll do a daytime run. Here we are on approach. We'll release. There we go, running. 30 mile an hour on approach here. Just a little bit more initial application. Just cram a little bit more air into the brakes here. Slow us down to 25 mile an hour. Not too bad. Then release those brakes. There we are. Not too bad at all. So about a kilometre outside Leeds, give or take. 20 mile an hour speed restriction coming up. We're running on double yellow. Means we should get ready to stop. We'll go initial application again. Get us down to 20 mile an hour here, double yellows. Over release the brake. Let's just get us a few amps bleeding through that system there. A little bit of a downhill gradient, not too bad. Large junction we're pulling onto here. We're alright. Not too shabby. Can't see Leeds station yet. 10 mile an hour speed restriction coming up. Let's get a little bit of straight brake on there. Keep the engine under control. Due in at 51. We are, well, it's as near to say we're about 5 minutes ahead of schedule here. So we'll hold at the platform. 10 mile an hour speed restriction coming up. Let's go for initial application. Release the straight brake. We're on single yellows now. Let's release the running brake there. As we come up to the 10 mile an hour mark, give it some amps just to feather us up. There we go. We're going to keep some amps running through the system, but we're going to stay on the flat and level at 10 mile an hour here. I can see Leeds station. Lovely. Excellent. Now we're stopping short of the 50 mile an hour speed increase. I believe we terminate here from memory, not sure. Dark as balls. Have you seen the movie Unstoppable? I can't say I have. Where's my sword, Honey Badger? Yeah, that's true. Cool. You've been disarmed. Oh no! Did I disarm it? I can't even remember. Too much Mordhau, yeah. Good to see you, Badger. Who needs an oven when you can go to for a luxury meal at Greg's? Yeah, have one of their winter like steak bake things. There we go. Just tiptoeing in here. 10 mile an hour as we're on approach. Just coming up to midnight. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's see what we got in. What we got pulled over for the night. There's another Class 45 there in the siding. Looks like there's a few coaches off to the left there. Can't see any others. There's another Class 45 over in the back there, on the back right. Definitely on the last passenger service. Not bad at all. As we pull under the visor here, we can change the wiper to parking. Oh, we're not. We are in fact not under the visor. Let's keep it on. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Jesus. Just a little bit of a higgledy-pig there from the straight brake. Lovely stuff. Elf, I heard someone say you can tell how far north you are from the Waitrose/Greg's ratio. Yeah, very true. Longleaf, Quebec, according to some internet users that think I could be right, old British trains didn't have headlights with the purpose to light up the track, something due to signal priority. I see. Right, so let's initial reduction. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Lovely. So I think that's thus there. We got to unlock left. And we unload passengers. I don't think we clear further south than this. I think just opportunity for us to turn round, I think. I don't think we're moving any further south than Leeds. It's a really long train. I haven't really seen how long it was since we pulled out of the station. It's a really long train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 carriages. Or is it 8? I think it's 8.
Yeah.
There we go. Service complete. Not bad at all. Huddersfield and Leeds. We pulled in a little... We pulled in a minute late to Leeds. Oh no, we pulled in a minute early and we were on time to Huddersfield. Definitely can't complain with that. On time to Huddersfield. We only got... we got quite a low score, probably from the amount of speeding that we did. Not bad at all. Right then. Bloody hell, look at that, level 3. Okay, so let's quit to main menu. Let's rock and roll. So, I think I'm going to stay on this line here, but what do we want to do now? We have obviously the opportunity of doing a different service. We can take out a Class 47 or a Class 101. The Class 101, I remember, is quite, like, fucking nonsensical. It's quite difficult to drive. It's got a little bit of an unusual, like, gear ratio system. And I didn't notice. Did I not notice? Why? Did I not notice? What didn't I notice? Sunny day, please. A train with headlights. I don't think any of them have headlights, but we'll do the day. We'll do a daytime thingy. Take one with bloody headlights, even if it's going to be daytime, yeah. Still no pacers. No, not really. Well, this could be a pacer. This might be a commuter train. What do we think? A 101. Let's take out the 101. Let's go for. Should we go for a cloud? Let's go for a cloudy spring day. And what time do we want to be running from? Do we? Oh, the Saturday special. Drive a. Should we do the Saturday special? Drive a 6-car excursion train taking day trippers to Blackpool. You're in charge of the train between Leeds and Stalybridge, calling at Dewsbury, Huddersfield, and Stalybridge. Should we take out the Saturday special at 8:25? The Saturday special. Use everyone's favourite train, the skipjack. Yeah, I probably should, to be fair. What do we do? Should we take this one out? The Saturday special? I have no idea what to expect from this. Cool. I don't know. Should we do this one? I think we should do this one. Should we do this one? What do people want to see? Let's do it. Let's do it. The Saturday special. Start. Cool. Not too bad, not too bad. Right, I have no fucking idea how to start this train. So we've got a throttle, and we've got a gear selector, a driver's brake valve. Okay. Reverser. We've got a reverser. Let's see. Set the reverser to forward. Can I release the brake? I hope I can. Brake. Brake. Valve is on lap. Released. There we go. We're releasing some sort of brake. Let's give it some power. Throttle 1. I don't know if any amps are bleeding through the system. Gear selector on neutral. Let's go gear selector 1. Throttle. Still no movement. Should we go gear selector 4? No. Handbrake's released. That's released. That's empty.
Yeah.
Is there an independent? Okay. That's. Ooh, no pressure. Throttle's idling. I hear the squeaking of wheels. If I put that on 1. Go, my glorious steed. Circuit, control circuit key, on. Ooh, control circuit. I've turned the control circuit on, and it's moving. Okay. Okay. I feel like I'm really low to the ground. Like, I feel like my feet are, like, scraping the track. Jesus, this is, like... This is interesting. Oh, holy shit. Okay, so I've got, like, gear ratios I need to flick through. I'm not sure what that yellow bar represents. Oh, so I change up. Ooh, okay, so I change up at about 16,000 revs. And then change down vice versa. Okay. We're late, no bother. Can you feel the ridiculing stares? Yes. I apologise. This is the Saturday special. Bloody hell. It's very nice. FPS is a little low, like, but it's not bad when you're in the cab. It's only when you're really outside the cab looking around. It's nice. It's nice. I'm reasonably impressed, so I am. The Saturday special. I suppose I should put my marker lights on. However the hell you do that. Left marker light white. Right marker light white. There we go. Sorted. Very nice. Right then, so 20 mile an hour coming up. I can't believe this thing has fucking gears. So we're going to the right here. Next stop is Drewsbury, or Dewsbury. Apparently we're getting a little bit more speed. We've got a little bit on the down low here. Do I have like an independent brake? Just this brake. We've got like lap. And like what? Apply? That gives me a little bit of brake. Oh fuck, I don't know. Throttle 1. Can I get some juice? Jesus. Okay, it really leapt up there. Are we accelerating? Question mark. Should I go up to throttle 2? The game seems to think I should change up a gear. Ugh. No. The game seems to think I should change up and then lower the throttle. So I've changed up and lowered the throttle. Am I idling? I'm idling. I've got amps. I have amps. The Lord has gifted me amps. How the fuck do I change the gear? Like, easily. Captain Q, please tell me the train hype. I'll get the manual. The train type. This is a class 101. I don't know why I said train hype. I said it's quite clearly typed train type. I'm a little bit confused. Bear with me. So how the fuck? I'm trying to like figure out practically how to use the gear shifter properly. So we're accelerating. That I can see. Okay, and then the game says to change up. So then what do? Do I go idle? Do I switch down to idle and then shift up? Is that what I do? So I go down to idle, shift up to 3, and then get back on the power. I think that's kind of done it. Maybe. I have no idea what's going on. Send help. Right. Throttle full. I'm well lost. It's not making too much noise though. It's not too bad at all. Right then. Why did they do this with the glass back? What were they thinking? Okay. So far so good, so I'm going to need to change up to the next gear. Changing up shortly at the tippy top. Okay. Treat it like a car changing gears. Right. Now, gear selector 4. Gear selector... No, that's neutral. I want gear selector 4. Idling. Oh, I'm so confused. The little needle's got a mind of its own. I feel like I need to idle the throttle, change gear, and then... that would be easy if I had, like, 2 hands to do it, but I've got one fucking monstrous thing that I just hit the controls with, and that's this, my mouse. I can't, like, easily shift gears. Okay. Also, like, all of that effort just to go 45 miles an hour. Fuck my life. To be fair, you do have hotkeys. I have no idea. I'm screwed. Help. What do I fucking how do I like what's the hotkey for the gear stick? I have no idea. That's there's the panel lights. Engine RPM changeover switch to engine 2? What's the relevance? Oh, I see. So which, like, engine? So the front or the back? Fair enough. Oh, we're on yellow. Panic. Nobody told me how to stop this thing. Gear selector, like, down. Brake valve, 20%. Control A and Control D. Okay, thank you. I demand music with that horn. Okay, let's release. Okay, right. Bugger me, this is terrifying. On a gentle incline, so we're on second gear selector. Let's accelerate slightly. Right, we need to be going slightly, so we want that one, and then accelerate. So we're here at throttle speed 2, throttle speed 3. Okay, this is terrible. I don't like it. Holy shit, this is bonkers. It's not really that bonkers. It's just I can't tell you how weird it feels to drive a train with gears. Gears. No. It said we were running on yellows, didn't it? There might be a red coming up. If there's a red coming up, I better get my hands on the brake. Holy shit. Right, so we are shifting up again. And what do I do? Do I, like... And I idle it? And then... run the power. It seems I have to idle. It seems I have to idle, change gear, and then run the power again. I'm not sure how accurate that is, or whether that's what I'm doing. I know, what a train, right? This blistering speed. 60 mile an hour. Don't be a red. 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 Okay, we're on greens. We're alright. Now into the tunnel. It's a lot. Gee. Sorry, folks. Passenger lighting will be coming momentarily. That's test. That's the right marker light. Throttle, no. Engine, stop. There's going to be lights around here somewhere. Just bear with me a moment. Engine, start, no. I had a feeling they'd be over here, but I might be wrong. Destination light, we'll turn that on. Any more buttons? What about over here? That's the lighting panel. I can see the instruments. That's always a good start. Gear selector 4. Yeah. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. This is a long tunnel. It's very dark. There's gotta be like cab lights. Surely, there's gotta be cab lights. Well, apparently I'm speeding as well. Do we put it on lap? I should probably stop accelerating. That's probably a good way to stop speeding. Can I like apply some air brake? There we go. Just a little bit of air brake, you know, just enough so that we don't all die. And then what? I release the brake, release the air brake on a downhill gradient. Maybe I should leave some brake on. Maybe I should put it on lap. Right, what good that will do us. Lap seems to be holding us at like 61 miles an hour. I like lap. Let's stay on lap. Lap seems to be a new initial reduction. Passengers are reminded, press L or control L. Oh, L. Ah, it's up there. And control L. I don't know how to turn it on for the passengers. Maybe they just don't have any. But I know we've discovered it at the turning points, which is when we're out of the tunnel. Very steep downhill gradient this. Let's get a teensy weensy bit of like lap application. 15% application. Just let a bit of air hiss in. And close it back down to a lap. This is a fucking hands-on train. Was he always there? Is there lights in the back? I don't know if he was there. Oh, hello. We're on yellows. Right, let's run the application again. Lovely. Thank you very much there to Altazur. Thank you very much for the 100 bits, mate. Sorry, I'm just trying to slow the train down in the event of a red signal. Release the brake a little bit. Lovely. Well, I think I've slowed down too much, as they say. Let's oh fuck me. Oh fuck. Well, let's go gear ratio 3. There's a good guess. Gear ratio 3. Bloody hell. Red signal, anyone? Anyone for a red signal? Yeah, this has been a bit more stressful than I would have liked. I think we're still running on yellows. This is our second yellow signal. We must be running behind another commuter because we're so far ahead. Monka S. Right, doing well. Doing well. So far, so good. Right. 900 yards to the destination. 50 mile an hour speed restriction coming up. Should probably plan our eventual stop now that I think about it. Let's get back on lap. Let's start slowing down. Let's start filling up the air brake with some air at a 50% rate. In fact, let's apply the air brake. Yeah, let's really apply the air brake. That's applied. That is. That's as much air brake as I can get. It's working out nicely. It's working out. I mean, ladies and gents, I don't want to be like a guy to brag. I don't mean to be a guy to brag, but I did actually overshoot. All good. Right, we'll unlock the left-hand doors. There, yeah, that totally counts. It's like it's 2.5 inches past the fence, but they can still get out. They can still get out. You mean vacuum brakes? Are these vacuum brakes? Yes, of course they're vacuum brakes. Of course. This is the Saturday special. We are on a downhill. Lovely. I am the mechanic's nightmare. Yeah, lovely. Beautiful. Wait until 42:30. Okay, we're ahead of schedule. We're ahead of schedule. Don't brake before the finish. Exactly. I wouldn't even say that was hard braking. Like I gave it as much brake as it could, but it didn't stop. The useless thing. Oh, I love it. It's great. Perfect. Right. Let us make haste, I think. Lock the doors. Lock the left-hand doors. Right, we want to change down. We want to go Control D. We want to release the brake. Sorry, driver's ed. We want to release the brake. And we want to give it some juice. We want to give it some juice. Look at that. Like clockwork. It's actually silent pulling away from the station. Beautiful. Right. Car left and right axles. Is there a thing? So that's the start. That's start and stop. Marker lights. That's test on and off. Destination light is on. Not that there is a fucking destinations thing set up. Right, let's get back up. So the game's telling me to shift up. Shift up.
Oh yeah.
And then that one, and then idle it, and then accelerate it again. Let's get on the juice, and then we idle it, and then shift up, and then accelerate it again, and then accelerate it again. Seamless. So bad. I'm so bad at this. Right. And then we're getting ready. We're going to decelerate again. So we're going to decelerate all the way down. We're going to shift up. Then we're going to accelerate. Oh yeah, we're getting the hang of this. Okay, I'm just building the gear shifting into memory muscle here. We're okay. We're doing good. Right. You need a background track of people screaming and tapping on the window. Faster. Do the multi-track drifting. I'm working on it, okay? We'll get there. We'll get there. Got 53 miles an hour, like a bat out of hell. Right, we're running on coast. We're just coasting for a little bit. As we've reached the speed we need. 5.8 miles to the next destination, which is Huddersfield. It's quite nice scenery for what it's worth. It's not too bad, is it? Nice one. Right, through the platform, through the station. Sweet. Back out onto what I'm guessing is the main line. Jesus, took that a bit fast. Going a bit fast, don't worry about it. What is speeding? Truly, what is speeding? And once the ass end of the train comes over, mate, we can get back on the source. Let's do it. Right. There we go. Look at that shit. Good stuff. And before total wipeout, I mean, we believe it, you. Speed, it's fine. Do you remember that T-posing engineer on the meme stream? How can I forget? I don't have a T-pose. In fact, I don't have anyone. No one was willing to share this death trap with me, except all of you lovely people. We've got Braum. We've got Ripley. We've got... Who else have we got in here? Robert Downey Jr.'s, like, second removed cousin. We've got the Humane Labs woman from that GTA heist. We've got Discount Archer Man from the Avengers. It's lovely. It's brilliant. It's all looking good. They're all paralysed from the neck down. They certainly are. Fucking hell. We can actually get up to 67 miles an hour in this thing? Bastard cousin, that's right. Oh my god, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Oh, fuck me. Sorry, the perspective made me think that the fucking red light was on our railway line. Ooh, I panicked a bit. Okay, back on the source. Back on the high speed. Jesus, this thing can fucking move when it puts its mind to it. Takes a while, like. But we're at full cracker here. Any more gears to shift up? No, we are at tippy top at gear ratio 4. We need to like slow down though, holy shit. Let's go, let's fill up the air brake. Let's fill up the air brake. Fill up the air brake. Just a little bit speeding. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. It's fine. No, everybody. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay. We're slowing down for the bridge. Got to protect our monuments, man. It's fine. Everybody does it. Run like a small bit of outer line here. Lovely. Idling. Perfect. We're on downhill. Let's go to lap. Hopefully that's going to hold us. That was a lie. Let's get a little bit of air brake in there. There we go. Or vacuum brake. I'm going to be forever calling it air brake, I'm afraid. A little bit out. Go to lap. A little bit more. A little bit out. We've got quite a steep uphill coming up. Let's get a little bit of power on. 70 mile an hour. Get back on the juice. Gotta wait for the air brakes to purge. Fully purge. There we go. Getting some power back on. Lack of air brakes. Well, vacuum brakes. Is lack of air. It's a lack of air. Lovely. I'm glad we're all in agreement of that, at least. At least we all agree there is a lack of air in the vacuum brakes. Lovely. 40 mile an hour speed restriction coming up as we approach Huddersfield here. I get to stay on the juice for a little bit as we pull along. Not too bad. We're going at a decent speed, like. Hello, Metalhead. How you doing, mate? Hopefully you're doing well. So the goal is to crash into Big Ben, only when Queen Elizabeth dies. Right. Is there no head shake to simulate the crappy suspension? No, that's one thing that Dovetailed Games never seems to put in. It'd be nice if they had more head sway. It just fucking explodes, that's right. Isn't Big Ben like Elizabeth Tower now? Big Liz, they should call it. Big Lizzie. Cool. Oh, double yellows. We're running on double yellows. We'll wait for it to get down to a single yellow. We'll coast. Just really get some speed up if you know how to, which I don't. Sorted. Very nice. On an uphill gradient, which means gravity's pulling us back a little bit. Guards whistle 2 and buzzer for this route too. Oh right. Breaking news, the Queen has just died. May she rest in pieces, long live the Queen. Jesus. That was quick. Right, 40 mile an hour. Let's get a little bit of the old brake on here. Although I reckon gravity's going to do most of the work. Let's go for a 25% application on the vacuum brake. Slowing right the way. In fact, we've got to slow right the way down anyway to stop. Let's go. Let's keep it at around 60% on the vacuum brake. Let's go lap. That's a little bit out. Keep it at lap. About a little bit more out. Keep it at lap. A little bit more out. Not really the speed that I was intending to pull into this station, I suspect. Let's give it a bit of juice. Give it a bit of 4 on the floor, like. Barely producing any power at this fucking speed. That's fine. 15 miles an hour. Okay, right. That lap. That one. 15 mile an hour. Everybody speeds. Don't worry about it. Everyone speeds. It's fine. Right, release. Release faster. Here we go. I don't want to say it's seamless, but it's pretty fucking seamless. Okay, here we go. Right, let's go to lap. So lap is like holding. Okay, we should leave the brake on lap and then apply. I don't want to say it was textbook, but it was pretty fucking good. Right, let's open the left-hand doors. It wasn't quite textbook. It was like, I don't know, maths book. I don't know, text math. Audio book. It was audio book level. Right, let's switch it back to lap, I think. Let's go back to lap. We'll release a little bit of the brake. Like that much, and then we'll hold on lap. Doing a good job, folks. I'm well impressed. Look at this man with his trench coat. Look at him. Look at him getting on board. He doesn't know what he's in for. Beautiful. Right, lock the doors. We leaving? Stop at location, Staybridge. Right, we are out of here. Right, let's shift down. Let's release the brake, or let's release it, and let's get some throttle going. Once the brake's been fully released, I think we're going to get some juice. Here it comes. Lovely. Look at that. Look at us go, pulling away. Speed demons that we are. There we go. I'm kind of learning how to handle the acceleration. So decelerate, Control A, accelerate. Oh well, no need to accelerate, but yeah. I'm learning it. I'm learning to shift down and shift up again. The tunnel, ladies and gentlemen. Let me Control A here, or Control L. I don't know whether there's cab lights for you, I must be honest. Or destination board. Oh fuck me, I don't fucking know. Leeds? Are we going to Leeds? Are we going to Leeds? Leeds, let's put Leeds. Are we going to Leeds? I think we're going to Leeds. Well, that's why the destination board was empty. Okay, we can speed up now. Let's do it. Forever dark. They get no light. Right, gotta go fast. Right, we're going fast. Here we go. Getting some juice. I'm going to Stalybridge, right. Empty to depot. Oh, this was the special. There we go, I should call it the special. Because it is the special. Right, okay, I need to decelerate down. Control A to gear shift to 3 and then accelerate up. Look at that. Beautiful. Wham! So fucking good. Right, going back in the tunnel. Well, we're well ready for this. It is a spiritual train. There we go. Let's... Lovely. Thank you very much for the bits there, Shroud. Left in the dark. I guess they are all cube blind. They certainly are. Right then. Speeding on up. Lovely. So, decelerate down. Control A. Accelerate up. No. 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 Throttle jammed on. Let's wait for the throttle to drop. Do I have to wait for it to drop all the way down? I'm at like the 4th gear. There we go. I have to wait for it to drop below the yellow line. Okay, I see. I have to wait for the needle to drop out of the yellow before I can put the power back on. Otherwise it like slips. God, that's... Okay, it's a lot... We're learning it on the fly. Sounds a bit sinister if you had DAS, yes. I would not get on DAS special train. Yes, I would not. Ever played Euro Truck Sim 2? I know how the... yep, I did. I did. Throttle slowly, you wanker. You're braking the train. I'm not braking the train. I almost am definitely breaking the train. Euro truck Kappa face, that's it. Lovely. Cool. Well, I mean, you know, not much going on, like. It's quite calming, isn't it? I'm training the train. The train is training me. I'm being trained by the training train. Cool. 14 miles to our destination. It's going to take a long time to get there as well. Cool. Wicked. Ba-da-ba-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da. Oh man, I've got all sleepy. It's what Train Sim World does to you. I mean, if it wasn't such a high-octane adventure, I might have nodded off. But it is. I'm on the edge of me seat. I'm on the edge of me seat. I've never been more awake. I don't even have my hands on the keyboard. Like, for all of these people, I'm just sitting with my hands on my stomach, just like... Go for a wonder, is that a thing? Oh yeah. Cool. We're on like banking circuit, banking track. Very nice. So where's like the engine room? This is like... not too bad. Ticket please, yes. Lovely. Esport when? It's a good question. So, like, I know that's the guard door's locked. Window open. They need to have the ability to lean out the window. Sit in the second man's seat. Not the first man, but the second man. Cool, let's get back over. Say hello. Morning, morning, morning. How are we doing? Lovely. Yes, thank you. Just going back to drive the train. How are we doing there? 55-mile-an-hour speed restriction. Literally doing it all itself. We're not stopping here. Not picking you guys up. See this? This fucking special train.
Yeah.
You don't get on the special train. Thank you very much. Point of place, 360 no train. Hydrating is in progress. Let's do it. Lovely. I believe this type of trains where the engines and stuff are on the floor underneath the cab section. You're probably right there. Hard to say for sure, but I can see the exhausts there, but I can't see where they go. But you're probably spot on. I didn't realise this train could reach 63 miles an hour. Does it have a top speed? Does it have like a warning? That's the driver's heating. Control circuit key. Not that I can see. A speed restriction coming up soon. One way to find out, yeah. It's now impossible to fall out of the train's queue, is it? No, it isn't, is it?
Oh, yeah.
It is. They've prevented... Oh! It's a long walk to the next station. They got a hitchhike. Oh no! In the next. Oh. Okay. Well. Oh. I'm trying not to laugh too loud to fucking wake up the neighbours. Holy shit! I just stood there and just tears welled in my eyes. Oh. Holy shit! Well, I think. Well, that brings us nicely up to the 2-hour mark, I suppose. I guess we can call that there. The Saturday special, indeed. Cool. Ginger, you're a... you're... I don't know whether... I don't know whether you bait. Did you bait? I think you baited me. I think you baited me for sure. I don't think you can walk out, but I think I pressed E. That's a fucking potato. Yeah. Holy shit. Well, the best bit is that the passengers saw me jump off. Then just through the window, the driver. It's like that gif where the guy just like where he's like in the office like conference room and he just gets up from the table, opens the window and steps out, pulls a fucking it's what we call in the industry pulling a Tommen. Holy shit. That's terrible. Right, you fucking got pro, yeah, I did. Oh, that's terrible. Did somebody clip that? It was IT Crowd, that was the one. Cool, right then. That's cracking. I'll That's great. I love it. Well, thank you very much, folks. I'll catch you all next time, I guess. Thanks, yeah, thank you for dropping in. Thank you for all the people that dropped in bits. I know it's a little bit of an unusual game per se. Yeah, I know it's a little bit different. We don't do it too often, but it is nice to sort of relax and be a bit silly with. Live stream fail, here we come. Yeah. So cool. That is. Please check out the Discord for the Layers of Fear key. I will do, Toby. I don't even know what to say. Tears, content. Beautiful. Excellent. Well, thank you very much, folks. I hope you have a good evening. I shall pass you on to somebody suitable for you. And, yeah, I shall catch you tomorrow, where we'll be doing some U-Boat. Can't wait to play that game. Oh, really excited. So, yeah, thank you very much, and I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.